two officers who responded seemed inexperienced. They didn't even have proper diving gear and had to borrow equipment from the divers. The group waited on the boat while the officers searched. An hour later, one officer returned with bad news. They hadn't found Kukic, and worse, he had surfaced too quickly, showing signs of decompression sickness. He was sent to the hospital immediately. The second officer still hadn't surfaced. Judging by the duration of his oxygen supply, it became clear that he was missing. The rescue team had now lost another diver. The police sent another rescue team. Eventually, they found the missing officer in the shallow cave area, far from the guideline. His rope had detached, leaving him disoriented, and he ran out of air. He didn't survive. Then, they finally found Kukic. His body was in the deepest part of the cave, but the most shocking detail? A knife was embedded in his chest. The police immediately arrested the four divers who had been with him. Each was interrogated separately and given a lie detector test. Two of them showed abnormal nervous reactions when asked certain questions, but a polygraph alone isn't proof of guilt. Investigators then analyzed the dive recorders, which track real-time depth data. The data revealed that Kukic had continued diving deeper after his friends surfaced. At 40 meters, he slowed down, searching for the path to the deep cave. He reached the deepest section, but then something strange happened. At 35 meters, he stayed completely still for half an hour. His movements suggested he was disoriented, unable to find his way out. Finally, after 10 more minutes at 40 meters, his movement pattern changed. He descended in a straight, uncontrolled motion. His data was drastically different from his friends. They had surfaced together. This ruled them out as suspects. What about the person who stayed on the boat? He had no dive recorder data, but an investigation found no signs of equipment use. Without a proper dive setup, it would have been impossible for him to dive deep enough to reach Kukic. Some suspected foul play. Perhaps someone tampered with the dive recorder, but forensic analysis confirmed that the device was intact and untouched. Then came the final, most chilling conclusion. The forensic report showed that the angle and depth of the knife wound were consistent with self-inflicted injuries. Trapped in the depths of the cave, running out of air, Kukic likely realized he wasn't going to make it out alive. Faced with suffocation and panic, he made a devastating decision to end his suffering on his own terms. This case remains one of the most tragic and mysterious diving incidents in history.